the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is April 10th, 2024. It is 4:52 a.m. This is video, I'll say 3. First video and 2 are on Team Sussex. The very first one I divided into 2 parts because the recording was long. It was an hour and a half, so I'm gonna split it into 2. So this one, I'm putting it here because it has more to do with Harry and Meghan. All right, these are the numbers. Feel free to skip whenever you see this. 3,742 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. This is my estimate, my analytic. There's that here. And the last 48 hours is 104 views. So that's not bad because I don't post every day. And the next video, it was supposed to be live a couple days ago, but I decided to schedule it for the 12th because I still haven't done it. I was supposed to do a thumbnails for it. I didn't do it still. Oh my goodness. But hopefully maybe later today I have energy to do it. I didn't even, oh my God, I didn't even change that on the title. At least while I spot it, let me remove it. All right, so let's go on Twitter. All right, so this is the first tweet. Okay, I honestly don't get why people are mad at Meghan for saying she didn't Google Harry. Okay, on video, I'll say video 1. I'm not sure which part. Oh, part 2, because that was the last one that I did. There's an audio there. And part 2, there was a thread of audio that I was listening to. This is where they mention it. So you have to go on Team Sussex. Is it? Yeah, Team Sussex. Today's date video, part 2. That's where you will find that she's making reference here. Okay, because in that conversation, they mentioned that Meghan then Google Harry. Okay, I honestly don't get why people are mad at Meghan for saying she didn't Google Harry. What was Google gonna tell her that their mutual friends like his cousin Eugenie or the person that knew them enough to set them up wouldn't have? Also, what a ridiculous thing to hate someone for. I don't know, in that video, and I was saying, I knew Meghan existed. I never really follow her. So not everybody have time to, I don't know, to look into these people. And Meghan was very busy, you know, going after different, different gigs, audition. In that video, I was trying to remember the word audition. I didn't think of it. You know, going to different audition after audition to get a gig. She doesn't have time for that. And then when she does have a gig, during her break time, what does she do? She does charitable work. So she didn't have time to be looking into those people. My goodness. Okay, I just don't get why they think she will be lying. Some people don't expect to be influenced by the world media, plus she had friends to tell her about him. Exactly. And what was Google gonna tell her except that he was their favorite at the time? Also, she had spoken about not using Google as a reference from her TIG days, so if they had paid attention, they have known it. Okay, see, I just learned something here. Okay, I didn't know that. Meghan never said that. Okay, as a reference from her TIG days, so if they had paid attention, they have known it wasn't just a Harry thing. It was a long-standing rules. Very interesting. Very interesting. They don't care about the truth. That is true too. But I just learned something here. All right. I need to like this and bookmark it. Okay. All right. To this day, they're still mad because she wasn't thirsty for him. Wow. Okay. I love the fact that she told him straight up to check himself or she was out. I made reference to that as well, where he was pointing finger at her and she told him to get his finger off of her face. And in that video, I was making reference how all of this started. I almost discredit the part where all four of them were sitting on stage, because I've always said this is where it started. I almost discredited it when I was thinking of something, and I was like, no, I'm still standing by it, because that raised his antenna, okay, of the type of a woman Meghan was. So he wanted to check her, okay, to suppress her in a way. Okay, so whatever Meghan had said on stage, I'll put it again. I had put it on that video. I'll put it here again.
Knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact. I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying, when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, they need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen.
Where Meghan said, you know, women have a voice, they don't need blah, 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 okay? That part. That raises his antenna. And then through that, to follow through with that, this is through Spear, the pointing the finger, was trying to start cracking in, okay? Trying to mold Meghan to comply in his stupid ways or whatever. But what happened then, the moment he started, Meghan put a stop to it. So therefore, this is where the hate campaign went on. This is what I believe. Okay, so to add to where everything started, and then that's the follow-up. I know a lot of people said it was the Oceana thing and all of that. No, it just add to it. Okay, to see this is the popularity they doing all of that. There's the cheering and all of that, people for them. It just add more anger and hate, because he feel like these things should be for him. It belongs to him, like he wants to control everybody. Okay, he should be the one to be getting all the accolade, the clap, the cheering, and all of that. Okay, So it just add to it. It didn't start there. It just add to his hate and anger. That's what I believe. Okay. So when I first record this, I misunderstood it. But now that I'm editing, I understand. It's not the same thing. The part where Meghan told Harry to check himself was when they were cooking. What she's making reference here is when they were cooking and Harry have done something, raise his voice, and then Meghan removed herself from the space where they were starting to argue. When Harry realized Meghan then come back, he went to follow her, and Meghan was sitting, I think, on the bed, and then that's where Meghan told Harry, if you want, I'm paraphrasing now, if you want to raise a family, this kind of attitude, she's not gonna accept it. This is what she's making reference now. I misunderstood it when I first recorded. Okay, but instead I was making reference of William. Actually, to tell you the truth, Meghan put both of them on a standby. Make them check themselves, but William took it the other way. Harry, this is the difference between the two brothers. Harry went and got help, but the other brother went on a campaign to destroy her. And now they're about to lose everything. But anyway, so I just wanted to make that clarification here. When I first recorded, when I read that tweet, I misunderstood it. I made reference to William, but instead I think she's making reference to Harry when she told Harry, she meaning Meghan, told Harry to get help because this type of attitude she was not gonna accept it if Harry wants to continue. Okay, so that's that. Let's get back to the original recording. To this day, they're still mad because she wasn't thirsty for him. Wow. I love the fact that she told him straight up to check himself or she was out. You know how many other people will have put up with it because of who he is. No wonder they hate her. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no wonder they hate on her. They can't compete with her self-worth and belief in herself. That's it. That's a very good one. Oops. Maybe later. Where was that? Believe in herself. Okay, they wanted her to see all the tabloid mess and run. And glad Harry wrote spare because I felt he didn't want her to know certain things and then prepare her enough. But seeing how this previous relationship turned out, I understand his point of view better now. I told you. Look, I was new into covering them. And I think every time I give my opinion, I was spot on. I said the moment he knew Meghan was the woman, he quickly put a ring on it because he did not want Meghan to figure out all of the BS. Eventually, they were going to be uncovered. Okay? They were going to show themselves, the tabloid and all of that. But the thing is that his brother add more fuel to it. So, yeah, I agree. But there were no real tabloid mess. He was their fave. He was the second most popular and his family were gods, so she wouldn't have seen any of what they've been experiencing. There were. Looking back, yeah, there were. All right. Harry knew. I told you, everybody, I don't even need to tell you. Harry's a brilliant man. He knows what he's doing. Okay? The end costume, okay, the Vegas stuff, she will have seen some not good stuff. The media portrayal of Harry and the real thing don't match, and if she saw the former first, who knows what she would have done. All right, that is assuming she wasn't already told about those things by the person that set them up. We're operating from a perspective that the information was only available through Google. Let's not forget as well, add all of this, you could assume, okay, I believe some of the tweet that I just read where that person said through Tig, Meghan don't rely on Google and all of that. When Meghan was doing the interview, the engagement interview, she said she understood the Queen from Harry's perspective. This is another aspect of Meghan. She told us forget everything else we know about the Queen, colonialism and all of that. This is a different branch. Okay? She told us through Harry's perspective, the love and adoration, she said different word, okay, appreciation of the Queen through Harry's lens, not other person's lens. Harry's perspective, so she has a better understanding of the Queen.
I think for both of us, though, it was really refreshing because given that I didn't know a lot about him, everything that I've learned about him, I learned through him, as opposed to having grown up around different news stories or tabloids or whatever else. Anything I learned about him and his family was what he would share with me, and vice versa. So for both of us, it was just a really authentic and organic way to get to know each other.
And was that quite refreshing for you in the way that you've been brought up, you know, with a lot of people knowing a lot about you? Was it refreshing?
Or thinking they know.
Or thinking they know.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it was hugely refreshing to be able to get to know someone who isn't necessarily within your circle, doesn't know much about me, I don't know much about her. So to be able to start almost afresh, right from the beginning, and getting to know each other step by step. And then taking that huge leap of only 2 dates, and then going effectively on holiday together in the middle of nowhere, and you know, showing a tent together and all that kind of stuff. It was fantastic. It was absolutely amazing to get to know her as quickly as I did.
And you met the Queen?
I have, yes.
A couple of times.
What was that
a
like?
couple of times. It's incredible. I think, you know, to be able to meet her through his lens, not just with his honor and respect for her as the monarch, but the love that he has for her as his grandmother. All of those layers have been so important for me, so that when I met her, I had such a deep understanding and, of course, incredible respect for being able to have that time with her. And we've had a really, she's an incredible woman.
And the corgis took to you straight away.
That's true.
The last
Okay, so that you could take it from there. Okay, there's that, but there's still some stuff about him she will have saw how they ran away his exes. To be honest, Meghan was naive about most things when she agreed to marry him. It worked out well for them, though. If she was more exposed to some things, they probably won't have made it to the altar. Yeah, I think so too. And let's not forget, it's done. Let's not forget when they were dating. Harry is a freaking brilliant man. He's a brilliant man. Okay, he kept the the courtship private. He didn't tell anybody until he was ready. And as soon that he was ready, he started telling his side of the family. Everything, hell went loose. Okay? But when they were dating, Meghan's friends, nobody talked. Nobody said a damn thing. Who knows how many other things that Harry went with Meghan and Meghan's friends and all of that. Nobody said a damn thing. They even tried to pay Meghan's co-star to lie about Meghan. Nobody spoke. Okay? So Harry was so confident with that aspect, the side of Meghan and all of that. So when he told his side of the family, I think he was completely blindsided by the family. I truly believe he was completely blindsided by the family. But he's a brilliant man. To keep it private, they got to know each other on a personal level before anybody could tell them anything. The naysayers and everything like that. Especially on Harry's side. Okay, the naysayers will talk him out of it, but he got to see Meghan with his own eyes, and whatever the person who set them up, you know, told about Meghan and all of that. Okay, and vice versa. Meghan saw Harry through her own lens. The type of person, the charity. Remember, they said this is what the conversation was during their date. They were talking about charity.
Question. I said, well, is he nice? Because if he wasn't kind, it didn't seem like it would make sense. And so we went and met for a drink, and then I think very quickly into that we said, well, what are we doing tomorrow? We should meet again.
What are we doing tomorrow? Let's meet again. And then it was like, right, diaries. We need to get the diaries out and find out how we're going to make this work, because I was off to Africa for a month. She was working, and we just said, right, where's the gap? And the gap happened to be in the perfect place.
So how much did you, Prince Harry, know about Meghan? Had you seen her on TV?
No, I'd never even heard about her until this friend said Meghan Markle. I was like, right, okay, give me a bit of background. what's going on here? So no, I'd never watched Suits. I'd never heard of Meghan before, and I was beautifully surprised when I walked into that room and saw her, and there she was sitting there. I was like, okay, well, I really have to up my game. I have to sit down and and make sure I've got a good chat. I don't know if it's something new. I think it's for me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view. So the fact that I fell in love with Meghan so incredibly quickly was a sort of confirmation to me that everything, all the stars were aligned, everything was just perfect. It was this beautiful woman just sort of literally tripped and fell into my life. I fell into her life, and the fact that I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well, is obviously a huge relief to me, because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to over time try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes, you've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean, I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
Yes. But I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change.
It's a new challenge. It's a new
chapter, right? And also keep in mind, I've been working on my show for 7 years. So we were very, very fortunate to be able to have that sort of longevity on a series. And for me, once we hit the 100 episode marker, I thought, you know what, I have ticked this box, and I feel really proud of the work I've done there. And now it's time to, as you said, work as a team with you. Yeah.
But do you have that sense of responsibility, Prince Harry, for what you're asking Meghan to do?
Of course, that sense of responsibility was essentially from day one, or maybe a couple of months in, when I suddenly realised, actually, this is, I know that I'm in love with this girl, and I hope that she's in love with me. But we still had to sit down on the sofa, and I still had to have some pretty, frank conversations with her to say, look, what you're letting yourself in for is, it's a big deal, and it's, it's not easy for anybody. But I know that, at the end of the day, she chooses me, and I choose her, and therefore, whatever we have to tackle together or individually will always be us together as a team. So, I think she's capable.
So nicely said, isn't it?
I don't know. She's capable of anything. And together, as I said, there's a hell of a lot of stuff and work that needs doing. At the moment, for us, it's going to be making sure that our relationship is always put first. But no, look, both of us have passions for wanting to make change for good, and with lots of young people running around the Commonwealth, that's where we're going to spend most of our time, hopefully.
And it was really one of the first things we connected on. It was one of the first things we started talking about when we met, was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change. I think that was, that's what got date 2 in the books, probably.
Plenty to talk about.
Okay, for most people, like myself, I'm going on a date, you're talking to me about Sherry. That would be damn boring, because I'm not into that. So they enjoyed that conversation, so that got them a second date, and then they were the real deal. And then, to add to it, even if Meghan was lying to Harry, okay? when Harry, oh my God, I can't believe this. I was joking about this before all of these came out on PYTE, this channel actually, where I said, oh, Harry's probably on his phone going to Meghan's IG page and doing some other stuff. I went beyond that. Who knows? Maybe I was right, but we will never know. He will not admit that part. If you know, you know. And I said, maybe he's going to her social media page, looking at things and all of that. And then when the book came out and everything, it was exactly that. Okay? So whatever they discuss on their date, and then Harry went home and looked at Meghan's profile and see everything that she was talking about. And she documented some of them. I wasn't following her. I don't know how much of these things she documented, and saw all of the things that she was doing. Going to Rwanda and do all the other things. Okay? So whatever Meghan was talking to Harry during their first date, and then could easily verify them on her social media page. Okay? And then that pretty much captured Harry's attention and said, yeah, that's someone I could actually be with. And then in some other instances, I'm like, now that they are married, who knows? Every day when they, for breakfast, they're sitting at the table talking about charity. Would you want to, not everybody will want to have that type of thing as a discussion. But for them, this is what connects them. They enjoy that. This is why these things don't look like a work for them. It's not a job. They enjoy doing it. Okay? So that's that. Next tweet. I have it up already. Okay? Someone has flipped the moon bump switch and it's using it on Karen. I cannot stop laughing at all the angry derangers comment. Okay, here. What is that? There are so many pics of Kate squatting while heavily pregnant, but Meghan is fake. Like what? Okay, I was eavesdropping on a fake baby thread earlier, and the crazy thing they were saying, it really angers them that her babies are true genders and Karen and Peg's kids are not. Okay, when they say Meghan did not give birth to her kids, we are going to tell them Kate did not give birth to her kids. Her sister did it for her. I mean, with all the evidence that person is providing, there's a lot of fear. That's an ad. I saw that late yesterday. It's freaking brilliant. The meltdown are hilarious. I wasn't really too much on Twitter. That person is using all their own talking points against them and they are splitting their knickers. It's very central over there. I don't know what they're talking about and where they got this information. Which platform? It's fabulous. The Rangers were in the CS throwing tantrum. Okay, I saw that and the Twitter, maybe it was on Twitter. I saw that and the Twitter is not backing down and it's attacking them and the comment. Tears were in my eyes from laughing. I don't know. Okay, it's the way the Twitter was explaining the moon bump video to the Rangers. Alright, this is someone that I blocked. Okay, what is really hilarious is that the person is an all-out war with them in the comments. He or she is fighting and yelling at every derangers. But to be honest, most of the video evidence almost has me convinced. There's a laugh here. It is fun. Best thing I've seen in a while. LOL. I was crying. I don't know what they were talking about. What are they talking about? So there's that here. Yeah, it hits them back with moon bump when they come for Meghan. Two can play that game. I'm there having fun, getting the derangers and meltdown. They are uploading fake photos and videos tomorrow. Meghan really didn't have her own babies, but Kate really did. Okay, it's funny watching the hateful hypocrites scram with excuses, Sam. All right, I don't know which thread they're talking about, but if they had put a screenshot, maybe I could have go and search for it, but I don't know. Next tweet, I have two more. Okay, Fitzwilliam, Duchess Meghan could never be forced to visit to the UK in May. Okay, I post this on my community board on Appetit Sussex. I had a deranger saying something. So that was this tweet I put on my community board. Okay, the Sussexes don't need to announce or explain anything. Did I read it? Okay. Oh, that's them inviting them. Okay, the Sussexes don't need to announce or explain anything. This is a wholly made-up event that they have nothing to do with, and that has nothing to do with their kids. They never said they were coming. The INVICTUS Game Foundation can send a representative if it wishes. That's true. Okay, I didn't think about that. And also, one of the things that I said when this thing was first coming out was that he could do a video thing, just like he did with the Diana Award. All right, let's see. There's 4 comments under it. Okay, I will be happy with that if a representative went there. There's that. I agree. I even think it's being scheduled at 5 p.m. also indicate that it won't be a high-profile event, perhaps just a commemorative service. They just want him over there. They're creating this thing because they can, and to get him over there. And thank God that she can be made too. All right, so about Meghan. Duchess Meghan could never be forced to. All right, so she checked them and said, don't you dare, do these stupid things with me. So they have to check themselves before they talk to her. They're afraid of her. People have been saying this service is on at St. Paul's, but I don't see it listed. Okay, so there's that here. I guess that's the link to the schedule. Someone attempted it. Bullshit. Frothy and pointless speculation from the son of all rags. No one in the UK has the right to even ask Meghan to do anything, never mind force her. A lot of people in the UK really appreciate everything Meghan has done for and on our behalf. Some have treated and still do horribly. As a country, we don't deserve Meghan or Harry anymore. Okay, also the whole Meghan is very unpopular here, and the quote, she asked for this due to her behavior the last 4 years. She's even rarely seen, and a miscarriage, then a daughter. The British media are like the abusive husband, blaming the wife for making him beat her. Reading this is very scary. There's some people who truly are like that. This 10th anniversary service thing is so weird. It's not mentioned on the St. Paul's website, and I don't recall seeing any announcement from IG organization. Does it even exist, or have the royal family, British royal family, or the UK government invented it as another way to attempt force a Sussex visit? Could be. Yeah, and why are they always planning event around Prince Archie's birthday? Is it? Not sure when the church service is in May, but they know Harry likes to be presented for his son. It's like they're making him choose between his family and them. I didn't even think about that. Very interesting. Let me read this. Okay. And then go into that. The way these people keep abusing Meghan daily is sick, and it should stop. It doesn't matter if she makes an appearance or not. The headline still horrible. They make nasty things up daily about her. They don't see they are the problem. They don't see they are the problem here, and are causing damage to the monarchy. I don't know. Maybe they want it to end, so they don't mind. Is this church service really or something the royal rat is making up? Ordinarily, you don't commemorate the anniversary of something like the games with a church service. All right, so let's see here about the putting things around Archie's birthday. Harry has already chosen his son. That's done. Harry went to the church, Harry went to church coronation, and left out immediately and went home for his son's birthday. Harry can celebrate his son's birthday on May 6th and then go to the service on May 8th. Okay, that's when they're doing it. Okay, I think it would be funny if the Sussexes snuck off to Ireland and Harry zipped on over after the Bizarro church service, then celebrate the kid's birthday outside of British territory. That will seriously put dent in the press. Was it ragamuffins defenders? Who are they? All right, but you're here, you click, you know exactly. You saw the picture, you saw everything. You know exactly who Meghan is. Next tweet. Because the UK haven't stopped talking about them. All right, so there's this here. Meghan's back on fire. There's that here. Yeah, she was very fit. And I think when she looked at her image at the Netherlands INVICTUS, and she went to work. Because she had just given birth in the Netherlands. But this one, she wanted to change it. I'm talking as if I know what Meghan is talking. Okay, she inspired me to keep up with yoga. Who is the only strength exercise I'll endure? Let me be. Okay, yeah, it's weightlifting. There's one tweet a while back. I explained the type of exercise you could do for to have a back. Reverse fly upright row, lat pull down, and all of that, to bring those definition. Okay, T is I need to work out. All right. Yeah, perfection. Okay, so this is my last one for this video. And I have a lot to edit tonight. Well, this morning is 5:17 already. Okay. Just the fact Prince Harry, 1, walked away from the monarchy, 2, took on the evil media empire and their royal supporters are enough for me to say Harry and Meghan not only won but are the true royals. Okay, so there's that here. I believe that's when they went to the Bob Marley premiere in Jamaica. There's his security, and I believe this is Meghan's assistant. Okay, he sure did. Also, what event was this? That's the Bob Marley movie in Jamaica. So that's an ad. I thought I just blacked this. Oh my God. Harry and Meghan elected to not be royals. That's why they left, right? Meghan Markle was signing Polaroids at the Children's Hospital recently, right? Royals aren't allowed to do that. Oh, shut up. They aren't royals and nothing. Okay, knowing what we know now. Okay, this is the thing the palace wanted us to believe in the royal vat. It's William who pushed him out. Okay, it's William who went to the length of having Simon Case. I don't explain this on this channel. It's on Team Sussex. I'll show you the thumbnails where you could see some of this information. It's William who hired Simon Case to write an exit plan for Harry and Meghan to leave the royal family. And then the court, this is why Harry had to get the court to review. It wasn't a lawsuit. It was a review about his security. And through that, we find out it was William who made Simon Case to write, it was during the Sandringham thing. Okay, Sandringham meeting. And then we find out Simon Case, everything was already set. They sat there for like hours talking about it. And then the paperwork was already done. Okay, and then that's what it was. But Harry and Meghan were willing to work through it. Then when William decided this is the way that it should be, and Harry packed up and leave. All right, and Meghan was like, I'll follow you, my dear. All right. They're also beautiful together. I'll go into that. There's 2 comments out there. William managed it without having to resort to trashing his own family in public. What? Didn't you follow the court thing? Everything that you see that happened between the Sussexes, it's William's thing. Okay, and then that video on today's date's video on Team Sussex, video 1, part 2. All right, you'll see one of the royal vats who was talking about some of the things that the palace was doing. And then when Meghan sued the papers for interfering and publishing her letter to her father, who do you think was behind that? To intercept the papers. I mean, to intercept Meghan's letter. All right, and then send the assistant to be against Meghan when Meghan was talking to him through email and text and telling him the entire plan, how she was gonna get her father the letter. Okay, they were the only one who knew it. And Meghan specifically told him, do not talk to anybody about it. But apparently, he talked to somebody, and then that someone pushed someone else to go intercept the paper, the letter, and then publish it. And then on top of it, when Meghan decided to sue the paper, who was the person who inserted himself into Meghan's lawsuit? The person Meghan was talking to. How is that possible? Okay, and then you have the royal vat who's saying, if Jason Kenoff did not get the okay from the palace, there's no way he'll be able to do that.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Knaff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point. Unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
Okay, so William backed them up to go do that. Okay, not for long. when the middle row seat sitting next to a common folks. So what? I really don't know what's wrong with that. When you go to the movie, do you want to sit up front? You can't even see the screen properly. Majority of people prefer sitting in the back. That way you could see the entire screen and see the, you know, the images better. I don't know. This is your own deranged way of doing things. Okay, I said I was gonna go into that. Okay, so let's start here. Start with the fake protocols. Are royals allowed to sell honors for cash? Sleep with kids? Okay. Have 2 families, so your will has to be sealed so as not to embarrass wife. The monarchy is a shit show. It has bigger problems than autographs. Better to sign a photo than create a Franken photo. All right, so that's that. Oh, there's more of this. Just because you said so. Do you think you can speak for the 8+ billion of people in the world? Not. All right, that's an ad. And that image she's talking about where Meghan went to the thing is to confirm, okay? She knows her worth for the photograph. Those kids, if they decided to sell the image or something, there's Meghan signed it. She approved the image. All right, so that's it. Let's do a prayer. All right, prayer for prosperity and protection. Okay, Heavenly Father, I humbly ask for your favor and blessings in my pursuit of success and prosperity. Pour out your grace upon me and open doors of opportunity. Grant me success in my endeavors and bless the work of my hands. May your favor go before me and lead me toward abundance. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And that is it. Go on app UTeam Sussex. There are at least 3 videos on today's date. The first video, I cut it into 2 because it was a long recording. There's some information there, audio that I hear, and I give my commentary on it. Okay, I heard the video. Okay, so that is it. Thank you for watching.